Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your March 2023 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Audrey Alison, and I'm shuffling the Connolly Tarot. And it's a Celtic deck that I've had for a really long time. Scorpio, please watch your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign for a full dose of the cosmos. We have a lot of malefic planetary transits this month and rare transits happening in March. So let's get to it, Scorpio. On the 7th, Saturn, the planet of lessons and limitations, enters Pisces through May 25th of 2025. So what does this mean? Saturn just got out of your 4th house, and that's when you did a lot of soul searching and spring cleaning of the home, but of the soul as well. And now this shifts into the sector that connects to your ego, your creative self, your love, the children in your life, the 5th house of fun. So at first, you might not feel as upbeat or lively. The initial stages of a Saturn transit are a little more uncomfortable than the second half of his transit, where you start to see the downside of a lot of lessons that you've accumulated. But there's some frustration to a Saturn transit, and going into the sector of fun, Scorpios might not like that too much. It's a little limiting in how much freedom you have. You might not feel as loved. It's just a feeling, though. It's a mood. It's a moodiness that's coming about slightly. There's a ton of lessons and the wealth of lessons to learn with your children over this transit. And this has to do with self-work too, your ego and ego work, and repairing wounds and being more selfless in your approach to life. Saturn is a discriminating planet, meaning it likes to carve out. It's interpreted as really getting to the depths of realignment in the sector that it transits. So this has to do with where you see yourself. Do you have untouched creative talents that you have slept on that need to be reworked? Reworked. That's what's going on here. Reworked pride. Reworked relationships with children, and a reworked creative process or talent or skill that is untouched, that's seeping to the tops, that needs to be expressed here. Yeah, this is going to help everyone grow. The planets transiting after quite some time of being in a sign. This is about ascension and elevating our lives upward. And although uncomfortable, you gain after the transit, and you can look back and with less of an ego, with less a wounded pride energy with the 5th house. And you might not be ready for all fun and games. There's this more serious tone to this and to the relationship with your children at this time, Scorpio. And not everything is fun and games. So this is a good time to anchor down your role as parent with your children. On the 16th, Venus enters Taurus through April 11th. This is your marriage sector. Taurus governs your polar opposite sign, your soulmate sector. And having the planet of love and attraction in the marriage sector is wonderful for people that are already in relationship and people who are looking to be in more of a commitment rather than the dating realm. This has more of a serious tone of love rather than lighthearted dating. And this is about intimacy and trust as well. Now we have a seasonal change on March 20th. Not only does the sun enter the sign of Aries, but Mercury also shifts into Aries, and this is your 6th house of health and wellness. This is also where our new moon is the following day on March 21st. The new moon at 0 degrees of Aries in your 6th house of health, wellness, routine, ritual, regimen, work, diet, nutrition, pets. There's so many ways this could apply, but for certain, you should connect with your physical self. Having a new moon at 0 degrees of Aries says we're all getting a fresh start. And in your sector of routine and commitment to health, I feel you'll have a good luck and readiness to establish your health routine that can stick. I would start your commitment on the 21st of March and don't look back. Just go forward with one day at a time here. Healthy habits are coming into place with this seasonal change for you and the new moon. And you might receive some familiars in your life, animals that come to you without you having to rescue or search for them. They just show up at your porch. Those are called familiars. They are here to guide you. They're your little soulmates, but in animal form. Wow. Okay, so are you feeling the energy of your ruling planet getting ready to make a shift for the first time in a decade? Pluto, on the 23rd, Pluto is shifting into Aquarius, but briefly. Pluto is leaving Capricorn on the 23rd, entering into Aquarius, which is your 4th house of home, family, the maternal sector, the soul sector, the sector of mom, and your environment. Pluto will be there through June 11th of this year before retrograding back into Capricorn again. So you receive 2.5-month taste of what it will be like when Pluto officially enters your 4th house in January of 2025, January 2nd to be precise. Changes are happening. The planet of change, which you're governed by, Pluto, this dark, distant planet, redemption, change, regeneration, rebirth, transformation, endings. They're occurring in the 4th house. This could easily suggest an environmental change. It'll be interesting to see how this applies in that short period of time, in that 2.5-month period. That's the beginning of what will then spark up in January of 2025. And it could have to do with the beginnings of a move, change in the relationship with your mother, changes to her environment. This also has to do with a really deep, intense realignment of the soul. What does Scorpio deeply need? Pluto is resting at the 6 o'clock hand of your chart. And that's the root, that's the pit of you, that's the soul place of you, and that is your ruling planet. So Scorpios are going through a deep soul discovery, and there could be a big life change that you embark on in 2025, but the initiating feelings of this happen in that 2.5-month window. And it's big. It could change life. The life path could be changing. And it's a feeling of Phoenix rising from the ashes, the rebirthing of you. Some Scorpios could easily be coming out at this time and finding their soul is not in alignment with their actions of life. And it could connect to sexuality. It could connect to spirituality. And it's like you're birthing this change, this inner change, not necessarily physical change, but inside of you. These changes might not be able to be seen, but they're intensely felt. On the 25th, Mars enters Cancer through May 20th. This is your 9th house of exploration, foreign travel, certification, higher education, learning, spirituality. Scorpio is drawn and attracted to what is foreign to them and wants to discover this new experience. And in a major way, that will be unfolding in 2025. But right now, March 25th through May 20, I would travel. I would book a trip somewhere, and it should be somewhere you've never been. And somewhere that you've had a desire to go. Okay, let's see what I get in the cards. If you'd like a private reading where I go over your chart, very specific to you, I am at audreyalison.com, and my booking calendar is specifically at audreyalison.as.me. Scorpio, what do we have for you here? This came up for Capricorn too. Okay, so Pluto, we can thank him for any type of depression that's seeping in. The 5 of Cups is lower energy, and we can't always be at level 10, okay? So if you are drinking or using a vice, try to pull back somewhat because it's creating more depression than necessary. 9 of Swords. There's some anxiety here and worrying at night, sleeplessness. What's going on, Scorpio? Perhaps there's a lot of change going on in your world and it's overwhelming. The 6 of Swords, oh no, that's Cups, my bad. The 6 of Cups is the card of the past, is the card of nostalgia, or the reminder card, emotional reminder. So there might be stress around sleep, a dream that is reminding Scorpio, and maybe there's sadness going on in this dream, or the reminder of the past. Something is not resolved, or deja vu could be happening here. What is this now? Scorpio, do we need to have a session? What on earth? The 8 of Swords, you're not trapped, but in your mind, something is going over and over again. You might have a recurring dream that is coming through, that is trying to, when you get up, you might feel like heavy or depressed because you're in your dream state. No one is trapped. If you think you're stuck, that's just the mind. Take action. You're missing fire in this reading. You've got your cups, you've got your swords. Some of you have had people in your life that have been incarcerated that you've known for a long period of time, and you worry about them, obviously. For those of you who have children who have done time, and that's definitely coming up, that could be a worry. I want more for you. I want to see. Okay. The advice is to protect your health and wealth, the Knight of Coins. Focus on your 6th house of health, and the health of others. Give charitably to others in this month. Help others who can't help themselves. Help those who are stuck. Yes, give to others. Tend to the people you once knew. I appreciate you, Scorpio. I hope this month is easy on you. I'm wishing you a beautiful month. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.